Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's weekly psychic reading. Today is Monday, August the 26th, 2013, and this is the reading for today, August 26th to Sunday, September the 1st, 2013. I'm Erin Lee, and you can find the rest of my readings on my website, VancouverIslandPsychic.com. Before we get started, I wanted to thank you guys so much for watching, liking, sharing, and commenting on all of my weekly reading videos. It really means a lot that you've taken the time to watch and to share and support, so thank you. I just wanted to send some love out to all of you. Today we'll be using Doreen Virtue's Messages from Your Angels Oracle card deck, and your crystal choices for this week are Aquamarine, Rose Quartz, and Moonstone. Again, that's Aquamarine, Rose Quartz, and Moonstone. There we go. So we're going to give the cards a shuffle, and we're going to ask our angels to come in and to give us whatever messages that we need for this coming week to help keep us balanced and supported and moving towards our life purpose and living a life of peace. So as we give the cards a shuffle, here we go. And let's see, we're going to ask for a card for Monday and Tuesday, so today and tomorrow. And the message that's coming through is, what do you desire right now? And so this is a fabulous card of manifestation. And you know, one of the things that we're coming out of is last week there was a lot of astrological things that were happening, and so it was very, very intense energy for a lot of people. And so a lot of people went through a time where things were falling apart, and there seemed to be a fair amount of chaos. What we're moving into now is, okay, well, everything has kind of broken down so that we can have a new beginning and a fresh start. And this card here is really encouraging us to focus on what it is that we want, rather than getting caught up in the drama of maybe what's going on right now in our lives, or focusing and concentrating on what we don't want. It's also a really powerful and positive card that, talks about moving into a new and empowered direction. So really take time the next couple of days to think about what it is that you want, where it is that you're going, and kind of tweak that life purpose a little bit too. All right. Looking at the card for Wednesday and Thursday, I'm leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Listen to and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. So a big part of the message that's coming through with this one is that you've asked for help, you've asked for clarity, and now it's time to really pay attention and listen to the intuition that you're getting and to start acting on it. So if you've been feeling the need to make changes or adjustments in your life, now is the time to do it. We're starting to see energetic stability coming in after the ups and downs that we've experienced over the last week or so. So Wednesday and Thursday, things are starting to stable in, and it's time to start preparing to take action and to start moving towards creating new and fabulous situations in our lives. Looking at the card for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you, and I ask you to relax and feel safe. And so one of the messages that's coming up here is that, you know, everything that you've gone through in the last couple of weeks, and it may be that this is something that you've experienced on a greater level as well, that things are truly calming down, and it's important to relax, breathe, and feel really safe. And if you're in a place where you aren't feeling safe and comfortable, then ask for help. And this is particularly true if you're starting to make steps or changes that are potentially uncomfortable or frightening for you. What's really coming up with this message here is that you are safe, you are supported in making those changes and making those moves forward. So it's really a time to be pushing on to the next step. So if we kind of look back at what we have for this week, manifestation is really important. Focus on what it is that you want, and then follow the intuition that's coming through to you about these changes, and move forward in a fearless manner, knowing that you're safe and protected, because what you're doing is you're walking into your divine life purpose and really moving forward with it. Well, that's a really cool week. I'm excited. Okay, so for the people who chose Aquamarine, schooling, study, and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide and help you with this process. So I find this really interesting, as many people are preparing to get back to school, to get back into the swing and structure of day-to-day life with the ending of summer coming up. So one of the other messages that's coming up for people who chose Aquamarine is to look into education, schooling, and study as part of the next step in your personal development, in your life path development. And so it may not necessarily be a full-time course or completely going back to school, but making sure that you're doing something where you're learning something that is helping and supporting you, especially if you're wanting to make a change in your career. Now is the time to really be buckling down. And if you're in a place where you're already living your life purpose, you're already doing it, then now is also a really important time to make sure that you are disciplined in what it is that you're doing. So we're starting to come back into a time where there's a little more structure, and where we're positively moving towards growth and development. For our people who chose rose quartz, you are at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort you and guide you to the next step. Happiness awaits you now. And you know, one of the things that is really coming up around this card is a feeling of compassion and really being gentle with yourself. If you chose rose quartz, then it's entirely possible that this week you're still going through some of the processing of the energies that we have been experiencing in the past week or so. So it's really important that you be gentle with yourself. And if there's any need for grieving, make sure that you're taking time to do that. Know that this week is potentially going to be kind of a quiet week where there's maybe some emotional ups and downs, but know that this is something that you're coming out of, and that there's a lot of positive things that are coming to you and waiting for you as you move out of this step. One of the things that's kind of interesting to me is that this is also the card that is in the same place as last week's card, which was Blessed Change, where everything was turning upside down and topsy-turvy so that new and positive things can come in. So know that even if you're still feeling kind of those ups and downs, that everything is starting to fall into place and there is a plan for what you're going through. For our people who chose Moonstone, yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. This is an amazing card, especially with all of the other cards that we are seeing this week. What it's saying is that it's really time to be moving forward. It's really time to be acting on your intuitions and to take those steps and move to the next level, because there's a feeling of abundance around you, and there's a feeling of everything really fitting in together and falling into place. So really, it's time for you guys to start taking the next step and really putting action into your manifestations. Everything is starting to come together for you, and so act on it. I'd like to thank you so much for joining me. I'm Erin Lee. You can find the rest of my readings on my website, VancouverIslandPsychic.com. And thank you again so much for liking, sharing, commenting. It's always great to hear from you. Much love.